Hey everyone, so this is a tutorial for Git repository, and I hope na after this tutorial you will know this poster. So it will be posted no, sa mga programming companies na in case of fire, no, what will you do? Git commit, git push, and leave the building. So maybe you don't understand this one, or I assume na you don't have any idea about this one. Then after this tutorial you will know what this mean. Okay, so let's talk about version control, or what we call Git. So there are different types of version control, no? Just like what I asked several students now in the past meeting. So na ako isa ka meeting ito, I asked how did they back up, no? Usually back up their source code. So may uban answer na save it in the flash drive, or zip, save it on Google Drive or in the cloud. So that's good, and that's a very good answer, so that you have redundancy. So source code redundancy is better, and I'll show you how this Git repository or Git system, software system, how it can help you using using this technology. It will improve the way you code. So there's no way na you will have an alibi, or you will have a problem later on. You lose the system, you delete, or your flash drive just got virus and you cannot retrieve the data. So with using this one, it will very help you. It will help you, manage your code. And also this one is used in the IT industry. It's very helpful. So let's start. So Git is a software tracking system. If it will track every files, usually napod say features to collaborate sa mga source code. So if you have a project and you have two programmers, or one programmer and then designer working on one project, then you could collaborate using this also technology. Okay, so first is how to install Git software. So just Google Git, and using this website you can download. You can also have ask me for the file. So we have this download button. So since I am using Mac OS, so it will show Mac OS, but if you have Windows, you can also go to Windows, or just download here if you're using Windows. Since I'm using Mac OS, the browser automatically change the settings of this web page to Mac. So just download the installer and then install. You will have the download. I'll show you later how to install. Okay, so after you install, you'll have this software. No, it's already installed in my Mac OS, but I'll show you the Windows. Okay, so let's start tracking your system. So let's start here an HTML file, web page. I'll just open Visual Studio Code. Okay, and then let's create an HTML file. Just like hello world. Okay, save this file. So save this. Let's name it index.html. So we have now here an index.html with an index.html. Then let's open this one with our browser. So we have here our output and our source code. So for example, you'll add an asset. We're going to add a JS for JavaScript and CSS for CSS. So usually you have this file, and if you already finished working, for example, this day, and you will back up, some of you will zip this file. Okay, compress. So we have 1 KB of file for now. Okay, that's a first backup. Now if we add a picture. Okay, so we have 3 different images. So then we're going to back up this file. Now it's 89 KB. What if we add some music? for example. Okay, so let's add this to music. And back it up. So we have three different files here. We have our first backup, second backup, and third backup. So as you see, we already have 12 MB of files in this backup with this one on KB and 89 KB. And for example, we'll add another music. For example, this one. Okay. So although we don't use this one, this demo, but I hope you get what I mean. That every time you have backup, you'll accumulate times 2, times 4 of the file size. For example, this one, and compared to this one, you already have what, almost 50 MB, as you can see. So that would be accommodated in your flash drive or in your computer. So we're talking about for a backup. So if we, for example, we change something here. Save. Then going to backup again. So another 18 MB. So see, we have almost 70 MB of files. Every time you backup, it will backup everything. So as you can, only this file. If we just move this file up. Okay. So usually we have only 19 from 19 MB. If you back up 5 times, it will be a 50 MB files, and then you have the original file, so that would be 70 MB. Right. Let's compare with using Git repository. So let's just remove these files here. So let's start with this one, 6 KB. Okay, so let's start with this one. Okay, let's remove the word. Again, it's still it's 13 KB. Okay, so how we could start using Git repository. So we have two options. Again, if you install Git this file, we will just work with this software, locally. So local, everything is local. So everything that you save or you commit, whatever you do in this file, it will be saved as local. Just like what you have here. Now you have local files, and it's up to you whenever wherever you put this one. You could put it in your flash drive or Google Drive. Usually that's what we do when we create, or we create a program where we manage our source code. So our first option is this one. This would be a local, and then this one is a GitHub is online. So this one is only a technology where you can save it locally, but this one, it's another technology. This one plus the online storage. So you can create locally, and then if you have internet, you can upload your files here. So it's different, although it's different technology, but I mean company, but you can upload your local to this website online. So you can also choose it's either private or public repository. Okay, so let's start. Okay, to start, you're going to use terminal or command prompt. So if you already installed this Git repository, just type git and then v, I think, or sorry, git and then -- version. So if Git version will be displayed here, that means you already installed your Git repository. If Windows says Git doesn't recognize this Git command, that means you need to install Git. Okay, so that's mean we already installed our Git since it returned a version number. Okay, so what will you do? So you're going to navigate to your folder. So where's your folder? Here, an HTML folder. So what will you do? Type cd and then go to this file. So we have here in map user demo, or you can just drag and drop this folder here, and then it will automatically type the location. So we're already here, and what will we do? Okay, so first of all, since you already installed your Git, you're going to configure your Git settings. So first this one. So copy, right click and paste. Do not use Ctrl V or Ctrl C here, it will not work. Just right click your mouse and then you'll see paste. So my name is Eman, then click enter. So it will save my username as an Eman, and then this one also. So let's change the email to gmail.com. This one, click enter, and then that's it. You already configure your username and name in your Git repository. So we're here in the HTML file, so let's make this HTML a repository. So what will you do? Just type git init or initialize. So initializing a Git repository. So this repository will be tracked or started to track. So compared sa you need to manually track your system, okay? So dili na to sadya install and then everything is tracked, tanang save nimo, tanang gamay ra nga butang i-write nga mga letter mo track na sadya. No, you need to track our system manually. Okay, so right now we don't have files in asset, CSS, and GS. Okay, let's clear that out. So you already install Git init, so that means this file is already a repository. Okay, so it's saved in local repository. Now let's commit this one. Git commit, git add. That means Git will ask Git to add everything. So since everything to the staging. So let me explain. Okay, so before ta nag git add, git commit, diba ganina nag git commit ta. So if you create files in Windows or create folders in Windows, it will create an ordinary folder, okay? Visible folder, kaninga yellow. So for example here, we have in the HTML we have these 3 files, no? We don't have any other files. So this file will be added here in our visible folder, okay? Text. So this files will be here, okay? If you know what I mean. So mura na nakita mo to sa visible folder. Now if we git commit, git init. So this folder HTML, this one HTML folder will convert it to a Git repository. So we'll have this visualization. So although kanila ito makitaan visible folder, kanila this one, no? So if we git commit this one, it will do something like this, no? This one, mura na ang atong makita or concept repository. Ang git stage commit na to is wala pa sa isod. Now if we git add, that means kaniya git add na to, this one is means everything. So the whole folder, everything within the folder will be add. So git add, that means this folder or these files within this folder, since this one, it means everything inside this folder will be added to the stage. So instead of that, so we'll have this one. So lahi na silang file, although same lang silang file, but kani si job kani is maybe I'll explain it later. So this one. Now this stage is a preparation for this commit. Since you can just git add, for example, index.html, or if you have another files here, you can just choose 1 or 3 files. So instead of, for example, you'll just add this 1, 2, 3 folder, then add, and then assets, and then CSS. So if instead of doing this, you're going to do this, so what will happen is GS will not be included in the stage, okay? So something like that. If we're just going to use this one instead of this one, so that means kani is everything, and then one is selected files only or folder. Okay, so let's go back. So instead of doing that, we choose to add everything to this one. Now if we're going to add this to the commit, so get commit, then -m. So -m means your message, and then after you're going to add this a double quote, and then so first HTML files. So this one is a comment. It's very important to describe your files here. So unsa may natin niya. So this one is our first HTML. Later on, I will add another comment. So okay, so that means you already added the asset and index.html, and also everything. No, so that one. abot na siya sa commit. So in the commit muna na ang final na adtuan, no? So maglista na si Jai kani. So na si Jai git commit get add store get log die. So get log, so this one, so just like what you configure, ang author na is Iman, and then ang email na kani, and then we have this commit kani. So it will automatically generate this hash codes. So muna itong commit. Okay? So we only have one commit, and we are in this head. So that means we are in current. So that means ang commit na to o kani is the same. Kuha ang kani stage, so wala na ni si Justin. Sige, transfer naman nato si Just Git. So once nga nag-git commit na ta, so di ba gi-add na to pag-add ito sa stage, then once nag-commit na siya, di ba kani get add everything, so kani atong i-copy diri then git commit message first HTML at tunod silang gi-butang diri sa commit. Okay, so that mo na tabo, okay, so siya, then we have this message na first HTML. Now muna ni ang kanindot karon. Okay, even though natin commit, ang atong files is still 45 KB. Okay? Now, let's add katong kuan kanina. Itong add ni kaning mga, for example, si April Boy. April Boy sa itong i-add. Copy. And then, ito na si April Boy. So, what will happen? Mahimo na si Jang. 6 MB. So, 6 MB na si Jang. Again, 6 MB. Ito na ibutang ka naman dyan. Now, kung button is, so, imo na silang buhaton, do it when you have a major commit. I mean, major improvement sa inyong system. Kanang, pwede ka mabalik kanin. Okay? So, kung pwede ka mabalik, imo nang i-commit. So, button naman din. Then, again, we're going to get, add, and then, everything. That means, kanin sila, tanan, imong ibutang na pod with this April Boy. So, apil na to si April Boy. So, atong instead nga, kanina sila 2 local folder and 1 files, we only have now 2 local folder and 2 files, which is kaning April Boy. So, for example, this one, so apil na si Jana. So, we now have this one, tulo na. So, if we do this, get add, then everything, that, and then kana sila. So, it will be transferred here, in the get stage, and then if we add get commit -m, so describe what you did in your commit. So since we added an mp3, mp3, so mana in the assets, enter. So i-compare na ninyo sa imong files, for example kaning index, klaro. So for example kaning index, you may compare. So since wala man tagi change, we didn't change anything in the index, so it will remain. And then here we only have 3 file change, 0 insertion, 0 deleted. So it added April Boy assets. So kana, and then katong GS ay kay punto na add ganina. Kita nila may itong gihimo ganina pag git init. Okay, so ano tayo ina-add kani sila. Okay, so muna na instead ko since git commit namin na to, so wala na ni, same na ni sila ha. So wala na ni atong bitang diri. Kana although dito diliton. So kani si Ja, nara na siya diha Okay? Kani po nara po na siya diri No magsapaw ra na diha. Okay? So tan. So muna diha atong file. So muna atong visible folder and muna ang atong git commit. So na duha. If we say git log, so we have 2 different commit na. So mani ang atong first commit and then second commit. So as you can see, our head in the master. So nato sila sa kaninga with the April Boy image. So same ang atong commit dire. Okay, ang head na to means kani ang nasa ibabaw. Pwede man nato ibabaw ni. I-allow mi nato. So ang head na to is the same sa visible folder. So let's change something kani ani. So mo ni ang atong HTML sa tag hello. Diba atas ang i-open. So mo na makita ito wala pa suod kayo, may suod na. So hello HTML5. So save na to. For example, dako na ni siya. We cannot just add, for example, kani. Okay. Okay na sa. Save na naman natin na. Magyapon na to. Get add. So yun siya i-cap, ayun po siya. Pero change na HTML ha, compare diri. So tabo diha na. Then git commit. Okay, git commit -n change added hello to HTML index.html. Okay, so two files changes na po, one insertion. So kani pa dila get lang na po ta. So we have now 3 changes, no? Kana. So let's add katong mga files, katong mga tagko nga files itong i-add. Dali ta. So naman dali game mo kani diba natin April Boy sa asset. So si Daryl Ong og si Hiling itong i-add ha. And then kani cat and dog monkey. So para sa silang tulo itong i-add get add and then so instead of kuan mag-select tayo, pwede mo up and down ka arrow sa keyboard para mag-change lang ka. So dili kani dili so I have this one then pa siya dili then commit muna itabo then pag commit na to kani siya dili so ano ni so kato into front mo alam sa man lang ko an katong kaning tulo no images na sa babaw. So as you can see get log. So wala na natay ko ng karon get info still have 38 MB instead of 70, diba? So saan pa mag-add pa itong mga picture mga cuts mga i-add rin no, na asset upon get add get commit -n get analyze pictures. So see na-track na siya magyapon katong visible ng file sa kadali marito sa stage ni get add butang to sa stage and then get commit add picture butang na po ito sa commit dali. So get lab. Okay, so naman sila tulo. Now let's add ang output sa HTML na ito na pala editon. Okay, so let's add this HTML simple. Okay, save na then example okay na po na ito po na i-commit dili ingon nga every time na naka-changes i-commit nimo ha. Ang button is every time na nakay balikan get log so mga siya atong mga files. Okay, now maging matag nindot ng HTML for example bootstrap free na HTML or just go on sa images so atong ibutang tong whatever you do dili yung every time na nakiki-change major change dapat dili every time just like an example ni hangko nagmay raman kadapat ka ng mga major nga changes sa mga kuan. So example kani itong butang so butang tao so atong ibutang tong assets cut automated cut so refresh na to natay cut na image then ito na pa ning i-commit get add so itong ang cut na diha kina-commit naman to commit na to dali ang cut na HTML na change na po dali so na i-add no and get commit -n get cut HTML. Okay. Ano na? Then, saan pa na-change? Butang na po na to. Dog. dog 1. Yan, ito pag monkey. Monkey, the chipping. Save na to. Fresh, ano maning gana, ang gold. Matakip na mo, ang dog. Matakip na mo na dog. Save. So, na, we have this one. So, as you can see, itong ganina is cut lang karong dog ug monkey na po. So, go to terminal or command prompt, git add. Okay. Git commit. Wanted. Okay. HTML. Again, major changes sa inyong butang niya, ha? So, na refresh. So, for example, itong delete ning dog. Na. Save, and then delete po na itong dog diri. Just, so, refresh, kanang diba? So, nag-dog diri, no? Nag-dog. So, get add, get commit. So, remove HTML and the file. And then also so get log. So you can see daghan na pa og commit na 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so muna itong file. And you still have 38 MB na file. No? So, mo ni ang kanindot. Dili lang ka na ha, nahay kanindot na ha. Okay. Okay. So, para makabalik ta, for example, okay? Karita sa first na HTML. So, atong i-open ang atong file din na okay. Lagyan pa niya. Pinang file na ito din na and then this one. Yung button is get checkout. Get checkout. And then, ibang kapyahon ng at least 5 ka. Pwede na mo kapyahon tanan or 5 or unom. So, get checkout. Okay, so, paste na to. Ito na rin ha. Now, ito sa HTML po. Pero, hindi po. Muna kanindot din ha. Ha, ang file. Get checkout ka na. Okay, so, nakoy problema kay since it's a macOS, nasa tayo ibo na DS store. So, lag na DS store. And then, so, I will just ignore, DS store. Okay, so, balik ka, get log. So, mga files. Again, get checkout. So, that means ed kani. That means ang April boy pa itong i-add sa assets sa kanawa. I hope mo kaya so, as you can see, naatay. So, naatay hidden folder ito na i-hide. Balik. So, as you can see, muna itong file. No? Nakabalik ta sa katong time nga natadari Kasi na dito i-add na to. So, to edbe. So, that means si April boy pa ang itong asset. And then, itong refresh ang file. Wala patay so, diba? Yung pumantay. Pumunta dari pumunta nag-add ilo. So, mabalik na dari for example, arita. So, nakakita na to. Ang muna ang itong history sa itong file. And still, we have 25 MB lang gihapon compared sa 70 MB. Okay, so, get checkout. Example ka na. So, nata sa hello. Refresh na hello. Diba? And then, arita sa itong added animal. So, na-added na po ning kuan kung dirita. So, example ka na. Get checkout. So, nakuha na siyang tanan. And then, refresh na to. Wala kay ang mga picture man to na to, no? So, kaya add cut in HTML. So, dirita. Checkout. Get checkout. So, copy name. Add cut. So, pwede rin kanila. Pwede na. Please, pwede ka. So, you can see, diba? So, pwede ka magbalik-balik sa time. Gamit ni. Nalang files rin, Nalang files, check out yung mga ang files. Siyempre, wala po. So, muna ang kanindot sa get commit, get technology. So, makabalik-balik ka sa file. For example, diba? Na kay project C# or VB.NET nga, i-configure ka hingga na tanan, hingga na nga time. So, ito, imo itong i-commit. You should commit that history and then edit na ka. After that edit, kung na maka-error, you can go back in time where everything is running. So that means you can make sure na your code is safe. Go back to time. Kay sometimes naka-experience ko na okay sa dyan, then nagka-error. Then I'll go back from the start, configure tanan. Compared na ni, you can have this one. So, atong ibalik ang header para mag-gitlag ka. Ang head na diri sa kinabban. So, ang katong kuan is katong kinunhan, diba kani na nag-head na is sa babaw na sa kawas sa likod. So, mo na get check out nimo katong na pong kinabban. Para i-gitlag nimo balik siya sa babaw. Okay? So, mo na ang imong files. Okay? So, mo na siya ang Git repository. Now, if we're going to use GitHub, na po siya lain nga square diri online na siya. Okay? So, katong mga tanan diri makapil na to nimo diri or kanis lang tanan makapil na to dito sa account. Kani may importante ka naman na tanan. So, for example kana. So, naman na siya diri. In front of text. So, sa GitHub, naman na siya diri okay? So, naman siya diri ang GitHub. So, kaniya makapil na naman siya tanan. So, sa mo na pag-push sa GitHub. So, madto ka sa GitHub, and then mag-create ka repository. Example ka diha. Sample HTML demo. So, let's make it public. Sample for SLC student. Create repository. Okay, so muna siya diha. Now, can this one add? Wala ka ni push existing. Okay, since nakahimo naman ka, yung button okay na we have already created our Git repository locally, and then we're going to push it to this one website in this GitHub. So kaning button. But if you don't have any create ka using this one, padung there is local name mo, then you can just clone. Kung sa clone na git clone kani or download din sa GitHub desktop dali so kani imong button. But later so kani naman get ato kani atong ibutang diri sa from this local file, from this local file atong ibutang ni diri sa kon kina as you can see wala na sa isod. Select diri sa atong kani everything atong ibutang sa GitHub. Sample kanang GitHub. Okay, so let's go back. Just copy, right click, paste, enter, git punishment, push. So what will happen? So dili ka push if mali ang imuhang butang na account. Get push your origin master. So username sa GitHub. Ito mo ko na username mo. So it's like kung di ko nila. Kato din name mo instead na iman may ang gamit, diba? So iman may enter. Kung may password na ako sa GitHub. So remote. So right now we cannot push this Git repository to our application since wala nag-remove na nila ang authentication. So una pwede ni but right now. So other option is you can use Git desktop, no? So kani GitHub desktop. So bali nito GitHub desktop sa may button. So add existing repository. So i-choose sa ito nakabutang. So na to sa documents, get demo, HTML, open, add repository. So kita na ito dala story. So naman ito mga story, diba? Hindi na. Mabasa na siya. Add cat, remove dog, and so on. Okay, so kani. And then, so on. Now, to head. Okay, so ito i-push to GitHub. Since na-add naman itong origin, diba, i-add naman itong origin kanina, diri ito. So, kani. So, let's wait for this to upload. So, muna. So, for example, namin mga changes, like for example, atong ibalik. Example, dito na natin silang pangduha. Then, itang mga kakap, mga key, and then dog. Wala ba idog no? Idog ka dito na to. Okay na. So i-save na to. Automatic si GitHub makahibaw. Uy, nakagit change. Sa una, kanila karon na silang naka select sa history sa una. Na kana. Na kini mo kay minus kani ang i-edit kay nailing in orange. Kani pod na so. Kaya that means na uban na upload. Kung kan uban upload na kana uban na upload na na pero kana sila kana man. So, na yung problema. Sa internet, ayun to. Wala, din lang, hubutan ka title. Added index. Added simple naman two cuts, simple handle, and three. Okay. Masaya na eh. Masaya name. Dali. Comment sa mana. Ang nagdaan. So, kung gamit po kadali ang git log, na po tayo monkey. Na si Jai title. Then, description. Kanya na description ra. So, na ang atong one. So, I hope na. Still, we still have how many? 38 MB compared sa atong ganina nga 50 MB, 38 MB. Plus kani pang file. So, muna, compared nimo ang dakot. So, maabot na ni tag gig ha. Kani, maabot ni gig. Pila na nagkakuan. At kani, mag-kuan na siya. Maabot na ni 50 MB, pero gig na usa. So, I think na-upload na siya. So, na-upload na siyang tanan. Just like ang email, na-upload na siya kanina pa-upload. So, tayo refresh ni. So, that means, na siya dito. Okay? You can clone na. Cloning dyan na. Kana kapya ha. And then, get clone. Para makulong ang job. So, saan po na may internet. Yung button is get clone, and then copy na mo, paste, then you'll have this file. Then nakita na pala this one. So, wala na itong upload na. You can download this one. Ato ka sa iman.me sample HTML demo. So I hope, yeah, if you have questions, then I will definitely answer it in Messenger. Salamat.